Hi Cancer, welcome to your What's Happening in February general reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Cancer. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. So my intentions for this reading, Cancer, is to just communicate with Spirit, ask what is happening for you in the month of February, what can you look out for, what can you celebrate, what to avoid, and this can impact any aspect of your life, love and romance, career and finances, spiritual evolution, but whatever Spirit would like to talk about shall be said. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. First, I'm going to clear and set the energy using my sound bowl and doing a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull, go ahead and check the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It does help me connect with your energy. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath, ring the sound bowl 3 times, and I just want you to open up your energy, to have your questions on your mind about February, anything to happen, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Cancer. Oh, Cancer, yeah. I mean, the first thing I saw was a box of Kleenex, so I don't know if it's just allergies someone's kind of dealing with, getting over a cold, but no, it felt a little bit like a little hard of a start to 2024 for some of you guys, or you may still be kind of getting over what happened late 2023. I just feel like inconsistencies. There was a lot that you kind of held out for that didn't happen, and so I do feel there's been a little bit of instability in someone's life that they kind of went through in January that may have been caused from whatever happened in 2023 or anything that happened in January. But then I heard the song by Tupac Shakur, Keep Your Head Up. And particularly the part where it says in the chorus, like, oh child, things are going to get better or easier, whatever it is. So I feel like that's from your spirit guides letting you know that you're just kind of doing the cleansing right now of that aftermath of what happened that kind of made you upset or I don't know, just a little bit hard on yourself and how 2024 kind of started off. Just like a lot of what you put hope on didn't happen, and some of you guys are really taking that to heart as if that was something you did, but I just feel divine timing around that, and I want you to know and be aware of that as well. And then I saw like Lego blocks kind of getting stacked, so I do feel a rebuilding, a transition. And if there's one thing people always underestimate about Cancers, it's their resilience. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Cancer myself, but truly all the Cancers I ever know, yes, we can get emotional and we'll cry it out. Next day, we're back up and we're working just as hard. And I do feel that's how February is going to be for you, like going back to the drawing board, kind of getting back to basics, kind of just doing what you can to restabilize some sort of faulty foundation that Spirit wants you to focus on kind of rebuilding. And so I want to see how that's going to happen for you. I want to see specific events that may happen to keep aware of, Cancer, because I do feel February is going to be that 180 turnaround, at least for a lot of you in some aspect of your life where there was loss or instability. So tell me about February for Cancer, Spirit. 2323. Endless cycles. Interesting. Charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances, and patterns. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. So Cancer, yeah, I just feel this is Spirit's way of like helping you get passionate about something again. Maybe from, you know, the setback after setback, there's something you've kind of lost motivation in doing, lost inspiration, or maybe even a little bit of hope that something may happen for you. But Cancer, no, like, and a big thing about this too is that there's something about the way you're pursuing something that I feel in February you're going to see is no longer applicable or no longer helpful in your life. So the way you're doing it, your perspective on it, or someone that has been partnered up with you but hasn't been doing their end, like there's something that has been repetitive, Cancer, that in February it's going to make very clear what that repetition is and what that is you need to do about it. Because I do feel once that is cleared out, you will have a fresh start. So there's something, Cancer, Spirit wants you to be very, very real with as to something you may be holding on to, that maybe it's not just like your dream, right? Because I still feel Spirit's pushing you towards that, but it's the way that you're pursuing it or the way that you're allowing something to happen in spite of you doing what is best for yourself and others. And I just feel this is the wake-up call in February. Spirit wants to show you of what that particularly is. And some of you guys are already well aware of what this is in your life. That's kind of repetitive and kind of needs to be tied out. Tell me more about February for Cancer, Spirit. Tell me more about February. Oh yeah, okay, so we have self-care here. Cancer, I do feel you've been putting off your self-care in some ways that Spirit wants to emphasize in February is going to be helpful in rebuilding that foundation I was telling you about. So yeah, a lot of you guys may have been trying to still push through despite every block, which is great at a lot of times, right? I'm not saying to lose that drive because that's not what I'm talking about, but I definitely feel burned out Cancers here. So if you are at that place where you're burned out, but you're still pushing yourself, maybe that's the repeated cycle that Spirit wants you to pay attention to. And for this butterfly to be blue, it draws me to the throat chakra. And so I feel, Cancer, that there's a lot you've been holding back from saying, a lot that you've been kind of telling yourself. Maybe there's been negative self-talk or discouraging self-talk recently that isn't really taking care of your soul and spirit and motivation the way Spirit wants you to. So Cancer, prioritize self-care in February in a way that you haven't in the recent months, because it will help you. You know, when we drive our cars, we have to eventually go to the gas station to fill up the gas again. And I just kind of feel that's what Spirit wants you to do for February. And it's kind of in this role of preparement. It's kind of similar to Gemini's reading in a lot of ways. So if you have strong Gemini in your chart, I suggest checking out the Gemini reading to see if there's messages for you there. But it's like February is the time for rebuilding, realizing what is working and what isn't, and prioritizing the need to be self-compassionate, to take those days off that you need to and not to feel guilty about it, stressed about it. And people-pleasing, Cancer, to be real for some of you guys. I do feel you guys may have developed a tendency for people-pleasing that has now gone a bit too far, where people are too comfortable in your energy, demanding your energy, drop everything when I need, Cancer, which Spirit is trying to redirect you to doing that for yourself as well. Like, I need to give myself that same energy I give to others. Okay. So let's get into the tarot and see exactly through the tarot what is happening in February, how this is going to show up in your life. Dead Sun or the Moon. Oh, Cancer. Yeah, Pisces energy, but I always feel very strong Cancer energy with the Moon card here, as the Moon is our ruler. But it says, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back with Archangel Haniel. Yeah, Cancer. Some of you guys, you let your fear hold you back. And it's like the fears of failure, the fears of what if it's not meant to be, the fears of wasting my time. And Cancer, unfortunately, we're never going to avoid those situations where we have to improve ourselves, where we see something that we could have done differently. But I think through what you've been through, you know, the last few months, you're magnetizing the severity of what could happen, like the worst possible situation, right? And Spirit is saying, Cancer, it's time to reconnect with your psychic self. You're born with that, being a Cancer, your intuition, with, you know, your higher self, because I do feel your higher self, ultimately, out of all of your spirit guides, all your ancestors, all your angels, your higher self wants to come through to give you guidance, because your higher self sees you in a different timeline. Your higher self knows you from different past lives that you've been through, and knows what your potential is, knows what you're capable of. So I feel that light within you, Cancer, needs to be reconnected again. And once kind of the illusions of the ego, the illusions of failure kind of fade away, you will be more comfortable with surrendering and just going with the process, just creating to create, not for an expected outcome, but to bring yourself back to what you enjoy the most, that you kind of have been missing out in life with recently due to other demands. And I'm not saying like you should ignore your financial responsibilities. Yes, you have to do some things to pay the bills, but you can also, on top of that, work some time in your day to do the things you love doing, the hobbies that you kind of have put off of. And I think as you get closer to that version of yourself that wants to come through, that wants to burst through, Cancer, more truth will be revealed to you. Yeah, okay. Crossing this, we have the Two of Fire. Okay, Aries energy, you've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. Yeah, so Cancer, this is the challenge here. I am seeing very clearly here people relying on you. People that have a motivation to keep you around, to ask you to do things, to ask you to, you know, prioritize them in a way. And I don't know if they're fully conscious of this or just very, you know, subconscious, but you've always been there, Cancer, for this person. I feels like a friend, to be honest with you, or maybe even a family member. And you've come into your own now, Cancer, to realize when your energy is being drained. And it's, you know, with this Two of Wands, I'm literally quite seeing like one person is all fueled up because they took the encouragement, the inspiration, the pep talk from you, but you are left with like not a lot for yourself. So I think having boundaries for where it is that you see in your life that you need to kind of backpedal on and where it is you need to continue moving towards is going to be the challenge for you in February. But I definitely feel, Cancer, you're getting the right ideas right now about where it is that your life needs change in. And so that's why Spirit is saying continue to move forward. So crowning this, we have the Six of Fire. You're very popular, Cancer. I do feel people genuinely have a great opinion about you, have nothing but good things to say about you. But others of you, I wonder if like that's said behind the scenes, but not really to you face to face. I don't think you're aware of how much people love having you around. And even if some of you guys are more introverted, it's still a matter of like everyone that can call you a friend, that can call you a family member, that can call you a reliable coworker has high admiration for you. And this is positive. Victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or rewards. So Cancer, some good news is coming in. That's what you will be seeing for this crowning the reading. And I do feel it's towards that Two of Fire that you are trying to push yourself towards. It's so real here, Cancer, how much fear and your lack of self-care is what's the one thing and the one step that's keeping you from having the recognition you deserve. But yeah, I do feel, Cancer, you are going to be celebrated in some way in February. That is publicly, that is going to be like a congratulations type of energy. Could be in career, it could just be for what you did for others that is kind of coming forward in full circle back to you. What's rooting this? Two of Air. Libra energy, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Okay. Cancer, you know, subconsciously, I struggled with this for a long time, and I feel some of you are going through the same thing. Are you afraid of your own potential and your success? Are you afraid that if you hit that pivotal peak, like there's going to be a sudden downfall and crash? Like, it's so weird to say because it's so counterintuitive, but for some of you guys, you really are afraid of having, you know, the success, the happiness, the bounds of fortune that a lot of people see for you. And so, like, again, with the moon being the dead center of this and the Two of Swords rooting this, it's like, you know that there's fire in your belly to break through and to pursue what you're passionate about. But then at the same time, there's the other sword that says, if you fail, you're going to embarrass yourself. If you fail, you're going to be rejected by those that, you know, you put so much effort into. And that's what's keeping you at a stalemate, Cancer. And it's deeply psychologically rooted mentally. So from the past, what you've experienced before, what people have told you before that were just not encouraging, not helpful, that's what's still in the back of your mind that needs to be re-examined and re-looked at. There are 2 2s here. Your birthday could be July 2nd, July 12th, June 22nd for some of you. Tell me more. What's in the past? What is Cancer leaving behind? 2 of water. Oh my goodness. 222 officially in your spread. There was some breakup in the past. And whether that's a breakup of romance, a breakup of a friendship, a breakup of, you know, a betrayal of trust that you felt very connected to someone, like a best friend, a good friend. And it says a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So yeah, I do feel, Cancer, with whatever that hard phase you went through, end of year, maybe beginning of January, was like someone you thought you could trust did something that hurt you. And I do feel that they wanted to reach out and to apologize, and a lot of them did. But I wonder if, Cancer, from that, you feel like it's never going to be the same again. And part of you mourns for that loss of that relationship you held so highly before all that happened. But I think some of you too, you know, with this 2 of water and the 2 of fire and the 6 of fire here, I feel as if maybe some of you guys, there's an endless cycle, remember from what we were saying here, of someone you feel like you owe a lot to because they helped you once upon a time, or because, you know, they raised you if there was a family type of situation, or because you cared for them deeply. But I feel, Cancer, you're evolving while the person is staying the same. And I think in February, whatever they do, whatever they say, that's going to make it so clear to you. So there is a relationship that maybe still be cycling that really needs to either have more boundaries put into it or to be let go of. What does Cancer need to know, Spirit? Ace of Fire. Love this. Okay, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You are going to get your bounce back. You're going to get your motivation back. Once this is all realized, the cycles end, you do the self-care, you will have the fire to pursue everything that it is that you put on the back burner for yourself. You're hungry for it. You're determined for it. And it's like a moment of divine inspiration that's lighting in you. If you have any ideas brought, you know, through visions, through downloads, through dreams, pay attention to them, because I feel that's adding the fire to what Spirit wants to guide you to. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Cancer, you have the power to make the changes you want to make, and Spirit will guide you. Spirit will collaborate with you in making sure those changes that are positive, that have a good vibration around it, are going to be something you will be rewarded with. And so some of you guys may be getting a big opportunity, an exciting new opportunity coming in after realizing what you need to realize, after kind of healing what you need to heal. Boom, that's when it's at your front door. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Air. Intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless, Gemini energy. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. Yeah, Cancer, I feel this is how you've been kind of going about it these past few weeks, past few months, is just on the go, keeping your eyes on the prize, like trying to detach yourself from any feelings towards, you know, the loss of someone. But again, when the Knight of Swords keeps going, they forget to focus on some other things that will help them. And I feel that's kind of what you're realizing, Cancer, in February, is the need and balance for work and self-care. Because yeah, you've just been on the go, and I think the burnout is kind of really draining you here as well. All right. I feel for some of you, this is not for everyone. Someone's been trying to get pregnant and it's been a struggle. And there's been more pressure added on to it. But Ace of Fire, this is a big time to start trying in February, and you may hit the mark in February. And for where some of you, I feel Ace of Fire is masculine energy. So some of you could be realizing, if you already are pregnant, that you're going to be having a boy. But let's continue. Tell me more. What else does Cancer need to know about February, Spirit? What else does Cancer need to know about February? Okay, caring connections. Yeah. So Cancer, yeah, if you've been kind of, I wouldn't say unstable per se, but just been a little bit shaky from some relationship that ended in late 2023 or even January, there's so much more support around you. But I feel for some of you guys, you needed that time to go in your shell and to just disconnect with a lot of people to heal. But I think as you realize, all right, I've done my mourning, I've done my grief, I can get back up again like I always do as a Cancer. How many people really have been waiting for your return, maybe meeting new people with the Ace of Fire that is just going to kind of replace whatever you lost just like that. And I do feel you're going to see more caring people around you, showing that you mean a lot to them. The letter C is sticking out to me, as in Caroline, as in Chris, first, middle, last initial may mean something to someone here. But yeah, I think you're going to see, Cancer, that what you've done in the past that you may have felt like has been unjustified with what you've been going through currently, there's some things that had to be kind of sorted out behind the scenes you weren't aware of that is going to present itself now in February with, you know, people who care for you. And for this also being the card of 14, I wonder if some of you guys are going to have something sweet happen for you on Valentine's Day. Tell me more. For Cancer. Oh, we have Fiona. Okay. Nice. And it's that green energy, that heart chakra energy that I feel you guys are healing and uplifting in February. And it says, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. So I do feel you've been sent the signs, Cancer. And with the Two of Swords, maybe some of you guys didn't want to fully see that at the time, but now it's going to hit you so hard, it's undeniable. Spirit is guiding you. Spirit does want to help you. And for some of you, maybe part of what has been repeating is the need to have it in a specific way instead of being open to you know, everything Spirit is sending you away. And in no means does that mean settle for less. That's not what I'm saying. But I do feel there's certain things maybe you've been mislooking that would help you in stepping stones into getting what you want that some of you may have been not as open to. But I feel as you open yourself in February, just give yourself that shot. Give yourself that chance without having a predetermined outcome of a very specific thing. You will start to see the ways that heaven, your spirit guides, angels, ancestors are helping you through the opportunity coming in your way big time with the Ace of Fire. Tell me more. What is your advice for Cancer, Spirit, in February? What should Cancer focus on? What does Cancer need to know? How should Cancer pursue this? What can we tell Cancer? Ooh, you got two. Let's see. So we have journaling, okay, and it says consistently writing about your feelings and activities stirs creative ideas and builds your confidence as a writer. So some of you guys are amazing writers, and maybe you guys have been starting to journal or have always wanted to, but haven't had the time. Start doing it, because I do feel it's going to help you heal. It's going to help you realize a lot of things as you write them. But even some of you who've been wanting to write a book, or who've been wanting to write a screenplay, or who've been wanting to do a blog, like that is part of your life journey, that you will have a profound effect on others through your writing, through your work. So that's for some of you with that. And then we have gratitude. Okay, you attract more blessings when you appreciate your current blessings. All right, the attitude of gratitude is what will help you see the Ace of Wands and the Six of Fire in February. So yes, a lot of people get frustrated with this type of message because they don't feel like there's a lot to be grateful for in their lives, especially those who have been recently going through very tough things. But I think as modern society, we take a lot of things for granted, such as having a roof over our head, having a blanket to keep us warm, having food on our table, having that friend that you can call just when you're having a weak moment and they can lift you up. Like, although modern society wants to push that only certain things are blessings and other things are not as profound, I think, Cancer, when you take a look around your life and what you've been able to accomplish thus far, there is actually a lot you can be proud of and thankful for. And Spirit wants you to kind of be optimistic in what's to come by what you've been able to accomplish up to now. Because again, a little bit of lost hope, a little bit of lost motivation, but Spirit is asking you to kind of refuel that hope with realizing that you've already done so much, that you don't give yourself enough gratitude, enough, what's the word? Enough credit to. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and get one more card. I feel this is a big breakthrough through how you take care of yourself, through the people you choose to keep around, through your motivation of what it is that is meant for you, that you want to pursue. I think your life is about to change, and the stepping stones are in February here. Is there anything else you want to say to Cancer, Spirit? Anything else? Ooh, grounding. Yeah. So this is with the root chakra here, okay? Some of you guys need to focus on healing the root chakra, activating the root chakra. And it says, trigger statement, I am somewhere else. True statement, right here, now, everything is perfect. Allow your energy to shift to the material plane where it is needed to help you complete what you have set out to do. So yeah, Cancer, I mean, this is Spirit's way of saying get back to it. I mean, yes, we can do what we can to help you, but you also have to take the steps and the actions to have your intentions manifest in the 3D. And there's high potential here of doing that. I do feel there's people who care about you that want to see you win. I do feel that there's people who are looking to lift you up, but even more so yourself, to get to the opportunities that you've been waiting to have in your life. You can do it, Cancer. Just prioritize self-care, prioritize your self-trust, and you will get there. And also, the attitude of gratitude will definitely go far for you, Cancer. I promise that. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope it gave you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to what to expect in the month of February for you. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Cancer, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Cancer.